Okay, hello guys. I definitely did not trade very well today. DXC, I'm short DXC right now. I'll explain why after I go over the other trades, but lost on SE both sides, MRN. So right here I'm like plus $5 or something, $4 or $5 without the trade I have on now. So first we'll go over SC. Or SE, sorry. I actually really like this trade. This was, so a couple weeks ago I was talking about, taking an inverse rising devil, right? So we saw we were trading up all day, and I'm thinking, or all pre-market, light volume, but I saw we were stuck on this 36. Whoops, it's way too big. I thought we were stuck on 36, so I'm thinking, let me get long. This will be my stop. When we open, we're going to have some profit taking, and then we'll look to get long in this area. And as you can see, I missed. It was just moving so fast, and everything I look at, one says it's like 450 million, one says it's 320 million shares float, but the way it trades, it just doesn't seem that way at all. Like, it's moving, gapping so much. So I hit the buy order around here, and I got filled up here. So that alone sucked. My stop was under here. I had never hit my stop. But as a inverse rising devil, we'll call it like a green goblin or something, this was a good setup. It never broke this. We profited down to that zone that we were, the last support that was formed before the open. And then let's see here. And okay, the trade I made was okay. So we're long here. My risk to reward is skewed. It's too far. And then I'm taking a trade into this level. That's an issue. I should not have done that. But the trade I took was good, so we're up on increasing volume. Then the pullback is on lower volume. I enter on the break of this high. Should have been on not the break of the high, but the close of the 1 minute candle above the previous hammer, or doji, whatever you want to call it. But I added in there, and then, which was perfectly fine, my stop was right here. So I was risking nothing out of this trade, a little bit out of this trade. And it jumped my price. This is why I don't believe it's actually the float it says it is. It jumped my price by 23 cents. And I lost like 1.5 R as opposed to 1 R, which was unfortunate. And then this next trade I took, it's not bad, but it's definitely not good. Actually, no, this is a bad trade. So, bear flag. Once I saw the rejection here, this is what I'm risking off of. That candle's wick. Once I saw the rejection here, I thought, all right, let me take it short. We'll look to break down. Because the news isn't that good. Let me bring up what the news is, and I'll explain exactly what I was thinking. I think they beat on revenue. They beat something. SE, based in Singapore, beat on revenue, but still lost 206 million in Q3. Not a U.S. company. So it just, the news didn't really match the move, obviously 17%. So I was definitely short biased, but as you can see, it's just been trading in this little range all day between pre-market high and the 36.92. So next we traded AMRN. Oh, this is a bad trade. This is a bad trade. AMRN did offer a good trade, but this was not it. I don't know why I took this. I think I read something. Someone said something about AMRN and then mentioned a gap closing around $21. And I think that's why I entered, but I don't know if we can argue the point. Big move on increased volume. Pull back, light volume, hammer off these the pre-market high. I think. Yeah, the pre-market high and this daily level. And I'm thinking, okay, let's take it long. Stopped out right here. That was just a bad trade. 1 hour loss. And then DXC, this was trade that made me 3.5, 3.6 or 7R. So we have the strong move up. DXC, by the way, this is something I don't understand. DXC missed on revenue and earnings. And we're up 16.5%. We're actually up a lot more than that. We're up more than that because our high is $35. But 16.5% on a miss on revenue and earnings. That's odd to me. I read the news, I didn't understand why. But, so we have this move up. I see this as a bear flag, or bull flag, sorry. And then we're into consolidation. Could have maybe got a better entry, but I didn't know it was consolidate at this low for this long, obviously. So I'm not unhappy with it. I'm glad I didn't stop out. I kept stuck to my stop, which was like 32.88 or something like that. And then I just set a range order, and I had to leave my house for a bit. Really didn't give me any chances to add in. Maybe right here. After this, after you see this volume, that's the add in, maybe. But not many opportunities, and then it pretty much went straight up. And my order got filled at, I can actually tell you, 96. So top tick, 4 cents away from a top tick here. I had my order in at, pretty sure my order was in at 80, 85 or 80. So that must have jumped really fast. But now I'm short, and I'll explain the reason why I'm short here. Because we filled this gap. Usually we fill the gap, and if we don't break right through, we'll fall back down. The news sucks. The news doesn't make any sense to me. So why are we up 20%? I really don't know. I could have got a better... I wasn't in front of my computer until about here. So I could have got a better entry, but obviously off one of these two lower highs would be a better entry. I wouldn't do it here. This is too close, you know. We could just have a little rest and then move higher. We still could, but on such bad news, we're up 16%. We filled the gap. Usually when you fill a gap, then you have a pretty decent pullback. Yeah, so that's my thought process. Looking for it short right around here. If we create a pivot, another pivot low, then I'll re-enter. I'll add in some more shares. Looking for VWAP. Yeah, I mean, I'll bring up the daily just for 1 second so we can look at it. There's nothing. That was one reason why I like DXC today. There's really nothing between here to here. It's just some chop, but there's no real clear levels. You could pick individual levels, maybe this one right here. But it's just not much going on in there, and it's kind of its own free reign, I feel. So, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we can get down to VWAP. I could get maybe plus 2R and the day positive after such a poor start. But, yep. Thank you, guys. See you later.